How you doing this morning? This is my foster dog, brand new, Preston. So today we are going to talk about dog fights. I've been seeing a lot of videos and I've come across a lot of them that's been happening. Thank God it's not been happening at my house. God bless that. But we are going to go through the steps of how to stop a dog fight. Don't you think we should do that? Preston says so too. So let's get going.
Do you know how to stop it? Do you have the tools to stop this?
So the dog fight is happening at your house. Oh my gosh, for some strange reason, something happened. Something snapped. These guys been buddies forever, right? Then all of a sudden something happened. They are in a blood-borne fight. So you go, hurry up, grab that freaking quilt or blanket off your bed as fast as you can. And what you're gonna do is surprise the crap out of them and you're gonna throw it on them. Now they can't see their opponent. As you see, one of them can't see the opponent, right? And then you can start, if one already comes out, you can already grab your dog and separate them. Come over here. Get up. Stay. Paula, place. So that's how you do the first stage. You throw a blanket over them as quickly and calmly as possible because they're going to be going like this. What you don't want to do is yell and scream because guess what? That's going to amp them up. So the first thing you're going to do is throw the blanket on them. The first dog out of the blanket, you are going to go and click on a leash if you have one available. Or you're going to grab them by their collar calmly. Don't aggravate them because they're already up here, right? And you're going to calmly remove them from that room. So you saw how I smoothly moved Caillou away? That's pretty much what you're going to do. You're not going to yell or scream at your dogs. And then you could go and check out for wounds. So let's go through the next one. Okay, second of all, you could either have an air horn or bear spray or even pepper spray. Yes, it's going to have a lot of cleanup, but it will stop the fight. Would you want to keep on hearing a fight after this? That scares everybody. And usually, if they're in that mind, sometimes, Tala, place. Now, Tala's curious about the sound. But that could usually stop a dog fight. Or the smarter way is if you know your dog is aggressive, we have a video on School of Continue dog training on how to train your dog to be muzzle trained. It's a long process, but it's worth it if you already know your dog is aggressive in certain situations. So let's go on to the next. Hey guys, don't stereotype any of this breed. This is a bully breed, but I see a lot of dog fights at the park, and it's non-bully breed, but he's a good demonstration dog. I love him for his patience and everything like this. So this is what we're gonna do. He's a good boy. So this is how you break up a fight. So each person, here they are. What you're gonna do is trap their body, right? They're still focusing on that dog in front of them. He's like going, there's hot dog somewhere, I know it. You could use your jacket stick, and what you could do is you're going to basically lift them up like this, keep their body in between your legs. They're still attached to the other dog. You're gonna make sure it's a two-party hit, because the other guy is going to be pulling the other dog away. So if he's the offender, you are going to body him. So now he's only able to go right here. You're gonna grab this collar, you're gonna lift up. Don't pull the dog away from each other. That's a no-no, and that's how dogs get more injuries to themselves, to the other dog, cause more issues. You're going to wedge this lovely guy here. After you have this, you lift them up, and you're gonna take it and you're gonna corner it into their mouth. You notice? He just opened his mouth, right? That is on. You're a good boy. So sorry. You didn't deserve that, but you did good. Yes, yes, yes. Good boy, good boy. So that is one of the things you could do at the dog park. So when they let go, that's when both parties are going to walk their dogs away from each other, and you are going to leave the park. Totally. So if you need to help somebody else out that has a dog fight going on, you now know how to help them out and find the owners of the dogs, right? So remember, the offender is the one that you're going to be trying to hook up. You always need two people. You always stay calm. So the next thing you'll need, I carry this guy with me all the time. And this is from all my other foster dogs. Because sometimes life happens. They don't like sharing toys. We meet a dog in the walk, and all of a sudden, a dog charges us. And my dogs like to protect me. Love that dearly. So this is the same thing. This is actually called a bully stick, which is really sad, because my poor bully, he's the sweetest guy in the world. But you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna do the same process. You're basically putting your body here. You're lifting them up by their collar. Bully stick. You're wedging it in between their mouth, and Pam, they let go. See how open his mouth is? And he lets go. So let's go on to the next thing. Okay, the next item of your list. This is not for beating the dogs. I don't want anybody to use any of these tools, because all it does is piss them off. These are all the things that you could use to control the mouth, okay? It's not for beating your dogs or the dog that is attacking, because guess what? That dog could turn around and attack you because you just pissed them off by kicking them, by hitting their heads. that is not going to help them out. That is just going to aggravate them more. That is going to piss them off more. And you know what? If somebody was hitting me, I would be pissed off too. So this here, you all know what this is. This is a baton. At the end is your little stubby guy, right? It still does the same thing. It still protects your hands from going near their mouth, but all you're doing is, Tala, come here. Come here, baby. Tala, come here. I know, I'm so mean. All you're gonna do is the same process, right? Tala, in line. Come here. Good girl. Kai. Good girl. So all you're gonna do is the same process, right? You're gonna grab your offender, and all you're doing is while they're doing this, now you're away from their mouth, right? But you're still doing the same thing. What you're doing, as I put this away, is I'm going towards their back part of their mouth. So I could put my finger right here, and it's not gonna hurt her or me at all. What happens is the tool goes in, goes across their tongue, and comes back out on the other side. So now they're chomping on the item and not on the dog. And you still, come on, up, can go and walk away the dogs. So the other person grabs their dog, and we do a quick loop. So if you, just give you an idea, stay, I know, you're great. So instead of hooking your dog up using a clip, because they're already heightened up, get ready. You're gonna stay away from their mouth, and you're gonna walk them away. Back up, pedestal. Good boy. Okay, so you got your dog separated. That's literally how I want you to use that leash. Sit. Good girl. Because I don't want you clipping your dog. I want you to be using your leash as a loop. This is so you could go really, really fast and breaking the dogs up, right? You got them stop biting, and you're walking away. Look how fast that was. That was very fast. So that baton wasn't for beating your dog, it was for another tool to disengage your dog or dogs at a park, at a walk, as you're hiking. So I usually have the baton is usually what I have with me at all times, and I always have bear spray. Those are my things because I always seem to come across people that have loose dogs that have no boundaries and they're not muzzled. So give me a second. Let's go and do a recap of everything that we learned. Okay, so today we learned quite a bit of stuff in a short amount of time. But I wanted that information to be brought out to you guys because a lot of people are getting foster dogs, they're getting shelter dogs, they're not integrating their dogs in the correct way. People take their dogs for parks, people go on hikes. Sit. And you always come across that loose dog when you're going on your walk, like I did yesterday. Went through the woods to go to the other side, and there was a loose dog. I was like going, please go the other way, because he looked pretty scary to me. And I didn't know his temperament or his behavior. So let's go over the stuff that you could use to help you guys break the dog fight up. He's such a great dog. So first, you could use your chuck-it, right? Remember, we're going to be using the nubby part. Nubby part goes in the corner of the mouth. Remember how we have the corner of the mouth. Right there, still between the gums, and I could stick my finger in it. That's where you're going. So please look at your dog, grab your dog, get familiar with it, find out where it is. Because when you need an item to protect your dog or another dog, sit. He's just following the hot dogs. He makes it look like he started. Sit. You don't get a hot dog. You made me work you. Then you also learn the bully stick. If you look at it, it's a wedge. You could also use, if you're at a campground, you could also use the camping stakes, the thicker ones where you're staking down your tent. You could also use those too. Make sure it's the thicker ones. That will help you out too. You don't have to go and get a bully stick. Usually I have a clip, and this clip is right here, and my baton is right here at all times when I go for my walks. You never know what's going to happen. Sit. You're just being a hot dog hound. Thank you. And we all learned about the loud noise of a horn. I'm not going to blow it because I don't want to waste the air on it. It's an air horn. We also have the lovely clip. It gets everybody's attention. I love this thing. Got it on Amazon. It's called Doggy Don't. So it's an awesome tool. Like if your dog is excessively barking, I use it. And when I want them to be distracted. And most of the time, they just stop and they look at me like, what? Because I could sometimes hear other people's dogs starting to escalate, and you could hear that. If you know your dog and you're listening to your dog, you could hear the fun growl, the I'm giving you a warning growl, play growling, that's normal, but listen to your dog, listen to the other dog. If you start hearing them escalate, that's when you know you need to step in. That means, oh crap, there might be an issue. So try to stop it before it happens by already giving them a command, giving them a loud noise, giving them a horn. But if you have to, and it's already 10-4 on it, and you have this, it could be even your tarp in your car. It doesn't have to be a blanket. All you're doing is covering the dogs, and one of the dogs is going to get out first because they can't see each other when disappearing dog. They're covered. Because I know I can't see when I'm being covered. As you can see, he's already disarrayed, and he was trying to figure out how to get out. Okay, up, good boy. That was awesome. But if you do know that your dog is aggressive, be the smart one. Think ahead, think of other people, and think of your own dog's health. Teach them how to muzzle train them. And if you want a bigger picture of it, and you don't want to go to my Facebook page of School of Continue Learning Dog Training, comment me on my YouTube channel and say, hey, can you give us a better detail on how to muzzle train my dog? I am willing to step up and show you guys how to do it. I don't mind. I'm always getting foster dogs in, and hey, you know, I got 3 right now, so they could be all fun, and they could be a great pick to show you the steps of each dog learning that to be muzzle trained. Caillou here is already muzzle trained, and so is Mills. So that's been the best part of my whole time. I have 2 dogs down. Okay, and the last bit of information that I want you guys to always retain, right, is make sure your body is in between the dog Stand up. She's like going, I know what you're gonna do. So make sure your body is right here. They can't slash around. They're already focused, and all you're doing is making sure they can't do that lash around, right? So you're gonna take their collar and you're gonna lift up before you go and put the item in their mouth. Good girl. I know. You're such a good girl. But always remember those. Remember, 2 people, guys. 2 people has to help you out, unless you're at home and you're at a blanket. And or you're able to hear them escalate and you can bring it down. Eh. Eh. 7-month-old puppy. You can tell, right? Okay, guys, we're gonna close this all up. I know it's a short video, but I just wanted you guys to learn the ways of helping, how to get your dog to be released from a dog fight, what equipment and set you guys need. So remember, subscribe. Hey Tala, you want to give us a thumbs up? Leave a comment below. Give me some suggestions, some ideas. Remember to tell your friends and your family, or maybe your neighbor next door, all about my page, so you can continue to learn new things every day. Until the next time, you guys all have a great day. Stay safe. Let's go for a hike. Come on! You did actually good. Oh my God. Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching, and hopefully it was helpful to you. Have a nice day.